It's just a +2. So it's 5d20s +2.
Yeah, okay. +2.
You sprout 63 more individual flowers as you sort of start spreading your hands over, and you see sort of trees' branches sort of start to grow and stretch as the bark sort of moves across and sprouts more individual sort of twigs, branches, and sprouts sort of all springing forth and blooming all across as the grass starts to grow and all these bushes kind of sprout and bloom as well. You sort of go through, start picking and plucking here and there. Getting a pretty sizable bushel at this point of big old honking flowers of all these different colors and arrangements. You don't know anything about floral decorating, but you know about math, and at least enough to know that's a lot of fucking flowers.
Yeah. But I was hoping to try to do the 8-hour cast of it. That will also make everything in a 10-mile radius just grow better.
What the fuck spell you cast all this shit?
Plant growth. I dumped all my spell slots for it.
What the fuck?
I don't want to die, but I want to cast a fucking high-level spell.
What fucking
Not
level
even
is it? Third,
level
okay.
3. Yeah. Okay, you need to be careful when casting that stuff.
I suppose what your day's gonna be. Fucking 8 hours of casting goddamn plant.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Or to have them all completely eaten by the mist.
I mean, I don't think plant growth is going to ruin the goodness of fucking... the mist is going to ruin the goodness of plant growth. I hope not.
So then that point we're gonna go ahead and cut back away to what is actually the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Who's just a foot?
Just a foot.
This was just a foot.
It's Alesia's foot. Just off.
No!
It's in the
It
fucking
is.
forest somewhere.
Wait,
I guess it would be
isn't
in
that
the fucking garage, actually.
My leg starts animating and kicking things.
Oh god, no.
well, like where Leffy normally is?
Well, because he's not here today, I guess.
So you tried to black out all of them but foot. Let's troll.
Yeah, this kid just all the way out. Poor Jace.
Fucking Jay.
This is the worst time for my internet to be super bad. I'm trying to be a YouTuber.
Trying to do a
got
happy
responsibilities
stream over
now.
here.
I'm trying to be an ETuber.
Oh no.
Alright, listen, there's his foot. It's gone.
Oh hell yeah. Took my leg with him.
Well, I was just gonna color over.
There we go.
There we go.
I can lose a toe, it's alright.
We'll just leave him there. He can still be part of the picture.
It's okay. I got you, fam. It's gonna be slow and tedious. So it's...
Oh yeah, we've been clicking somewhere really slow. Let me give this kid a...
So, Alesia,
Yes.
you've never been to the orphanage, so you don't really know where it is. So in the time it takes you kind of maneuver around, sort of ask people, go this way and that, kind of go down different streets, kind of look up things, different maps. And the time it takes the rest of the group to just walk there, both groups essentially arrive there at the exact same time. So as you guys kind of scroll down to the bottom, Miriam, Julian, Gale, Dante, and Arena, you guys basically walk up the street to the familiar side of the orphanage, sort of this sad, sagging building. So just arcing up out of the small little bits of foliage along the city block. And see just sort of across the street, Alesia and Tearful sort of making their way sort of down the sidewalk path. And you sort of do the thing where you see each other, and then you both look at the orphanage, and you both look back at each other.
Oh.
What would you all like to do?
Lazy will wave, kind of very slightly.
Drew's going to interpose himself in front a bit. And wave as well.
Miriam does not even look at Alesia and just walks up past her to the door.
I've got this cough. Sorry, fellas.
Stop fucking breathing, Julia.
I wish.
Stop breathing. Then you'll never have another respiratory.
Stop doing those rude breathes, coughs.
Aggressive breath.
Aggressive. The breaths are aggressive.
Spicy breath.
Oh no.
Shoot. I mean, like, what are we just gonna show up here without the kids again? She's just gonna be angry. Or we're gonna snoop around again.
I thought we were sneaking.
Arena's about to knock and she whips back around.
I'm down to do the sneaking.
I thought that was what we were doing. That's why I'm here.
Alright, well.
Arena kind of holds her hand out and says, do we want to sneak in or do we want to talk our way in?
I might talk. I've already snuck around, so I might talk to the lady in China.
Because if you do your wizard shenanigans, do some magic, you could turn one of us into a kid, and then we just sort of oh, let's adopt. And she kind of just points to Gale. This is the boy for adoption.
But I think she's already seen Gale.
She has already seen me. Technically, we would have to. You're the only person they haven't seen.
Oh, and Arena.
This is Arena talking.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Well, I guess Miriam was the only one who hasn't.
They also haven't seen Miriam either. Oh, well, I mean, I don't want to be turned into a kid, though, says Arena.
Yeah,
we're already there was a chick here who was your age.
Miriam kind of comes back over and says, do we have the spells to, infiltrate
I know
an
Lucky
orphanage?
does.
I could cast invisibility on some of you.
Reason.
Do we just ding-dong ditch and all invisibly walk in while they...
Well, I guess I can only cast it on one of us, because it's concentration.
This place got windows?
It does.
You could try to cast it at level.
There's a
Arcana
window
check.
in the attic that you could try to break into, though I feel like that would cause more panic than
Actually,
help.
the only attic window was in the back half.
Yeah.
So that actually wouldn't help at all.
We could break into the backyard.
But there are, you could break into the backyard. You also could, there are windows on the second floor.
Ah, okay.
If you have a grappling hook.
I have a grappling hook. I forgot about that for a second.
Gale very legitimately and seriously pulls out this sort of big hooked.
Yeah, no, I bought it.
yeah.
I bought it from the store at the start of this. Remember?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's got the Walmart
Walmart
great
brand
value,
grappling hook.
Well, I might talk to her. The rest of you could go invisible if you want, or just sneak around. I can make two of you if you help me cast it.
I guess I'm down to sit around. I was mainly here so we could talk to the person with the horse head. Eventually.
Oh. I mean, yeah, okay. What's Elysia doing? I turn around like, Elysia, what are you doing here?
That is a very good question.
Elysia just open the door, just go in without saying anything.
As you hobble up and you kind of the doorknob is locked.
She'll take out her metal hand and knock.
So you all see Elysia kind of knocking on the door.
Not responding.
The infiltration plan. Would y'all like to do anything?
Well, it might also help to know if it is open, because if it's not open, then talking to people is going to be hard.
True.
So just kind of stare and wait and see if anyone responds to them knocking.
After a little bit, you see the door does swing open. And you see the small little, sort of shambling little tiefling woman, sort of comes to the door, kind of poking out, with a soft little smile towards Alesia. Hello, dearie.
Hi, madam.
Oh, you poor thing. She kind of looks down at your missing leg and your crutch. She says, so you've come here to have a place to stay? Oh, dearie. And she kind of like, she looks very, very sad. She kind of goes to shuffle her way back through the door.
Alicia's gonna follow and not say anything till the door's closed.
She doesn't seem to have noticed Tearful at all, so the three of you just kind of just like go inside. You all see Alicia just walk in.
Yes, that works.
And then
Before it like closes all the way, could I send a mage hand over there and just kind of right as the door
Just
closes?
Shove your hand in the
blocks
block.
it, holds it open.
Like putting tape on the door to stop it from closing.
Yeah.
madam, I'm not actually here to. I'm not up for adoption. I'm here to adopt.
Oh, what?
No.
She looks around, sort of goes, I'm so sorry. All right. I'll fetch the headmistress and operator, Miss Alfremire. You just wait here. She kind of smiles and she kind of shuffles off.
Is that legal?
Good question.
Shut up, you guys can't hear it.
Anything is legal with the right oil.
Anything's legal with the right firepower.
Anything can be bought and sold with the right oil.
It's fact.
And she opens the door and she shuffles in.
Well, at least we know it's open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just kind of walk up and open the door.
Alright, who's on Team
Dante
Sneak?
just opens the door and at least you just hear and see. Oh. I lost Lisa. She disappeared.
Ah,
Huh?
she's dead.
She only moved a little bit.
Is she gone for you too?
No, she's still there.
Huh?
Don't tell me you're having the issue I had I had a few weeks ago. Where tokens
Nothing works?
yeah, tokens just straight up disappeared.
It was pretty scary. Maybe if you move your token, it'll pop back up. Yo, shimmy sham.
Shimmy sham.
Oh, she back. All right, we good.
Okay.
Gale, do you go in as well?
Yeah, why not?
All right, you all enter, sort of shuffling behind Elysia. You can all hear two voices coming from the door over here. A woman's voice you recognize as being the old lady from earlier. And you also hear a young man's voice speaking on the other side.
Alright, fella, who's on Team Snake? I'm gonna do this now.
What are the points of interest? Like, what are we looking for?
Just under boxes, under things for like circles, like we saw at the mayor's place, or just anything
Okay.
suspicious.
Aside from the attic was already somewhat explained.
Well, I mean, you could have missed something.
Did you look through the whole attic?
I looked through the chests because I had no self-respect for them at the time.
Okay.
Alright. So is third level invisibility just 2 people, or is it 3 people?
Yep. 2 people.
Does Gale even need it?
Dante don't need it.
insane... Yeah, like...
I mean, he can't cast on his own, so it'd be appreciated. Nothing else.
Alright, well, you guys can decide who fucking goes invisible. Okay, so you two. Irina and Gale.
I just fade from existence.
So Julian, you're gonna do it with Miriam?
Yep.
Oh yeah, she gives you advantage. Oh, you didn't.
Didn't
He
need it.
didn't even need it.
I slap her hand away. Get out of here.
Get out of here!
Oh, come on.
Need your help,
No, it's too
Miriam.
late. She helps. There's nothing you can do about
Yeah,
it.
she give me one. She give me a point.
Kale, Irina kind of looks at you and says, "All right."
Oh no, I do it
now.
on them. I'm not gonna sneak.
Oh, on Irina and Miriam.
Well, Irina, Miriam, or Gale. Any one of them three. Any two of those three who want to be invisible.
I feel like for the sake of letting the GM do what he wants, both of the NPCs should be the invisible ones. Clearly.
All right, we'll just say the two girls are invisible. Irina gets a little like, wow. You can hear her kind of like shuffling around and kind of bumping into stuff. She like looks around. She's like touching the walls.
Oh, we're using that kind of invisibility logic. Okay.
You can't see yourself.
Yeah, you can't see yourself.
Yeah. Wasn't sure if it was like Lord of the Ring invisibility or if it was
Yeah, they go
There's
into
a lot of
like
different rules we could
the
subscribe
hell
to.
domain. Everything goes black and wispy, and demons show
No,
up.
they just stay
The ring rates
in
who boop you.
Barovia. Come on.
Oh no. Alright. You kids have fun.
So what would Julian and Gale like to do?
I guess I'm following Ulysses out of pure curiosity by this point.
I don't know, hearing the male... Like, do we hear the male voice? Or is this all just kind of happening?
You can hear the very old lady voice, the tiefling. You can hear the other lady's voice you guys heard yesterday, the sort of headmistress, and you hear a young man's voice you don't recognize.
Yeah, why not? Let's be rude. Not rude, but intrusive?
I'm gonna walk up and
No.
kind of crack this door open if it's crackable.
Yeah, you crack it open, and you see pretty much a big chunk of the children, a big collection of them, are all sitting around the television. And you see the much older girl who looks like a little bit younger than you guys, and sort of the little blonde girl sort of sitting by the dollhouse. They're sort of talking. She kind of like bends down to talk to her, and then the rest of them are sort of all sitting around the TV. As you see another sort of black and white movie kind of just playing across it, as they'll kind of lean forward intently.
Alright, I'm gonna... not open it fully, and kind of... just walk up. Give like space behind me for sneaky people to walk if they want to. And I will kind of like crouch up to Cece. Give her a little,
Yeah, when she sees you come in, because she's right in front of the door,
give her a little boo.
she seems to be trying to get the little girl Rose to do something, but she sort of stands up, looks at you, kind of smiles, and she says, "Oh, you're back."
How's the patient?
We haven't checked on him too much, but he's doing better. She kind of smiles at you and she says, "Thank you again. We're all." And she gets interrupted as you hear a door slowly open.
Cool.
And you see walking out is that guy.
Oh, there he is.
Sort of this slightly taller, rather dashing, long black curly hair, sort of all just kind of exploding over his head. Kind of just like this long sort of black jacket. Kind of comes shuffling out, looking a little groggy as he kind of yawns, smiles. And you see all the kids kind of turn around with big smiles on their faces when he comes out, and he kind of walks his way back over. Go make a perception check for me.
I will. Oh.
Oh!
Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Boy with the eyes.
What do your elf eyes see?
You see that these kids all kind of come like jumping up, kind of forgetting entirely about the TV program, and kind of just like start bounding over the couch to come running towards him. They kind of start shouting his name. They keep saying "Millie, Millie, Millie" like over and over again. As you look and see, you see she kind of smiles, and you see the little girl gets all excited in front of you, and she sort of runs past CC over to him, and she kind of looks over, smiling. You see the younger tiefling girl is sitting at a table here, sort of just ripping pages out of books and is kind of balling them up and throwing them into a trash can over here. And you see the boy who was playing in the sandbox earlier as you kind of just barely shuffle around the corner.
Yeah, I can see him. Playing his Crayolas.
You see him sort of just with a crayon on the ground, just scribbling it into the wood. Not really seeming to paying any attention to anything else going on else in the room.
Oh man, not even to his friend waking up. Oh. I don't know all of them who are excited. I thought, did I ever get told his name?
This one?
Nah, Felix.
Yeah, you would have gotten told Felix's name.
Yeah, I kind of shrugged back at Cece. I'm like, out of all the kids, I thought Felix would be excited.
He's a little off. He doesn't get along with most of the other kids.
Nah, he's waiting his turn.
He, I shouldn't really talk about it. Just sort of much as like a weak smile and sort of goes to move past you to go over to the rest of the kids.
Oh, we'll get it that way.
What are the three invisible kids doing over here?
Yeah, do a quick, like, usher motion, like...
Uh,
go, go, go! Soldiers out!
I guess, just, well, I don't want to lose each other, so, here, we'll do it this way. All right. I'm gonna take Irina, take my hand, and then Miriam, you take her hand, and we'll just form a chain.
The chain is formed. It is unbreakable.
I get jealous I'm not in a chain right now, but, you know, I can't see it.
All right.
Just sense it.
Forward. Oh, that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay. That looks like a nice door.
Oh, yeah, that door should be closed. Oops.
Choices. You know, that one. I choose that one.
All right. So the chain starts making its way past. As you sort of like a little scene play out, as this purple tiefling girl sort of like runs up, timidly sort of wrapping her arms around his legs. He kind of almost stumbles and falls, kind of smiling. As she says, "I'm so glad you're okay." And you see this girl Wanda sort of go sprinting around him, like super energetically excited, smiling. This boy sort of cracks a smile, and says, "Geez, took you long enough."
Fuck me.
You see the two kind of sheepishly kind of stand there with like sort of soft smiles on their faces as you pass these two kids up here who don't seem to be interacting with them very much, and sort of make your way over to the door over here. As you get to it, you see that it sort of has like a glass paneling in the top that leads out to some sort of backyard.
Okay. That's probably not going to be too much help then.
You see there's an open door over here,
Yeah.
and there was this other door. There's a third door over here.
You have to be able to see someone you can to message them.
We'll take a quick. I can message you as long as I'm within 30 feet, and I can see you.
Yeah, I just wonder if I could like just broadcast a message to Dante if he could hear it. Point a finger toward a creature within range.
Yeah, as long as you know the direction he's in, you can just message him.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know which direction he's in.
Well, you would have heard him.
Oh, well, I heard the
way.
conga line go past.
You can message him.
Yeah, I'll give it.
You couldn't if you were invisible, but you can message him.
I'm gonna go for an Arcana to cast it because I don't have it.
DC 10.
I think I got it.
That'll do it.
I'm gonna give the message to hey dude, like check the sandpit out there. At the back. Some kid was digging around in it, and there's like a knife missing from the kitchen. I don't
Yeah, okay.
like it. There's like a shed out there. Maybe there's some weird shit
Alright,
in there.
yeah, okay. I'll go outside.
All right, so Dante, you swing the
There's some
door
weird
open.
shit out there. There's some...
Shit, all you had to say was knife.
Yeah. yeah.
Get in front of the chain. You're the leader of the chain.
I'm the leader of the chain. Alright.
So Dante, go make an investigation check for me.
Okay. Does Miriam have that as a skill?
Yeah, she'll give you help.
Okay. I'll toggle advantage. Fuck.
Ooh.
Can I message my good luck as a fucking inspiration?
Yeah, I'll let you give him inspiration.
Okay.
That's just the DC.
Hey!
No, so it's...
5.
Yeah, still
Brings you up to a
fucking shit.
13. Hoo boy.
So Dante, the first thing you see is there's a little wooden pail over here on the ground.
Uh-huh.
As you're gonna make your way over, Miriam, and you sort of start policing the place as Arena kind of just kind of meekly tries to make sure she keeps track of where you are. You see a bucket has been thrown in like a that way direction and has slammed against the shed. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay. P4 perception. Fuck.
Not Dante's strong suit. Arena's gonna use her helping hand.
Oh, you lucky boy.
Ooh.
That's better.
Much better.
Dante, looking over, this bucket looks like it was like yeeted
Oh.
into this shed from a good like 15 feet away. Which is normally like an impressive distance to have thrown something. This looks like a good +3 or +4 strength went into that throw.
Yo, Felix is fucking swole.
Okay. Alright, so a kid's taking roids. Alright, we'll do the sandbox first. Give that a hearty look. A good
As you make your way down to the sandbox, kind of start shuffling through it, Arena kind of comes over helping you with this difficult part of the perception check. And as you start digging, Miriam comes over as well, kind of just like parading through it as you guys do. And Dante, with Arena's help, you look through and you see something kind of just poking out of the sand.
okay.
And as you kind of like just start lifting the sand apart, kind of moving it apart, you see that there is a bird
Oh,
that's been like entirely buried in the sand. And you can see it's very, very still and very, very dead.
What kind of bird?
You see that just kind of looking it over, it is a raven.
That's not good.
So the big black bird is entirely dead. You're not sure exactly what killed it. There's no apparent wounds on it anywhere, but it's very dead, and it was buried about like a foot into the sandbox.
Okay. I'll just leave it there.
To make an attempt to like re-hide it.
Yeah, okay.
Go make a stealth check for me.
Do I get advantage because I'm invisible?
You're not trying to hide. You're just trying to you're trying to hide something else that's not invisible. Yeah, pretty good. Between the three of you, you all sort of start just tossing sand on top. Arena grabs the bucket, brings it over. And that kind of lends a hand and sort of just covering it back up.
Okay. Alright, time to look at the shed. Is it locked?
You see there is a padlock on the shed. Go ahead and make a perception check again.
Okay.
Just because she can, Arena's going to give you advantage.
No, I would.
Duel.
Alright, don't sweat it. You see it's got this big honkin' rusty padlock on it. Very locked. As you kind of get
with
closer,
an adequate strength check, I could just break it.
As you get closer, you see that sort of picking it up in your hand. As you do, the lock just slides off.
Oh.
Oh.
As if
Never
it's
mind.
it's unlocked, and as you look at it, it's been sort of like stuck in place to appear locked, even though it's very much not.
Okay.
Go make an investigation check for me.
Dude, you're really fucking...
I don't know why. Can Miriam help?
Yeah, she can.
Okay.
You look the
So Dante is are we going to establish that Dante for some reason isn't built for stealth missions?
Dude, you got the
He's good at
fucking...
stealth.
You got Aiden's luck
You see that
going on.
17? He's just not
Yeah,
good
but
at
he's not
investigating.
built for it. Or,
Which
yeah, I
is
guess
weird. Like,
investigation.
my intelligence is +3.
Your intelligence is more than adequate. Your skill with it, however, still is
He's
not.
getting antsy, man. He wants something to shoot.
Yeah, I mean, honestly. I haven't shot anything in,
Since last night.
8 hours.
Yeah, so locked definitely just is meant to to present as locked. It's not locked at all.
Okay.
He's got to toss the lock over your shoulder, see the door, he's swinging open.
Okay.
Inside you see sort of a rusty old sort of like red lawnmower, a big old push mower, so just off in the corner. You see like a rake, a pair of hedge clippers. You see a couple buckets and a big shovel and a mop, sort of out and about here. You see like some insecticides, sort of lined up in like big bits. All of it looks super like it hasn't been used in like years. Everything's kind of all rusted over and kind of covered in dirt and dust as you kind of make your way in with Miriam.
All right. I look in all of the containers.
Oh.
As you sort of just pop the top, the insecticides and stuff seem empty, but you get the impression, kind of like taking a look at the pump, that it's empty from use, not from like siphoning. As you're gonna pop open all the containers, go make an investigation check for me.
Hey, you're slowly getting
Advantage
there.
again.
Next one's the tank. Oh.
Miriam just kind of pushes you aside.
I didn't want to look at anything anyways. There, see?
Instantly pushes past you and just starts looking around. Sort of tossing things over as Arena kind of just
I'm the muscle.
gives
wanna
you a pat
fight
on the
me?
shoulder.
You want to fight me? You can fight. Oh, look. I fight. Shoot
Just
gun.
start shooting the boxes.
Yes.
Miriam kind of starts speaking out loud, sort of Sherlock style, going, "None of the tools seem to be missing." She kind of keeps looking over. She says, insecticides just seem like they've been used. All the tools seem old and unused." She kind of keeps making her way across. And as she moves, Dante, you see she just starts like lifting things up, looking for demon circles. And after a bit, she sort of lifts the lawnmower up. And as you do, Dante, you see that one of the blades on the lawnmower is gone. It's sort of got like the two rotating blades on either side. You see that one of them has been unscrewed and removed.
Huh. Okay.
Maybe old mate that threw the bucket might have the demon in them.
Oh. Demon kid. I run up and punch him. I run up and just... Demon kid!
Demons.
I run up and drop
Demon.
kick him against the wall.
He's been possessed by corn.
Oh no! The worst one!
No.
No, I feel like no. No, it would be Nurgle, because there was a sick person.
Yeah.
Corn and Nurgle share him.
Oh,
God.
that'd be a really awkward share.
Corn.
I mean, if he was possessed by Nurgle, he'd look gross.
Possessed by Corn, he'd look like a skeleton on steroids somehow. I stare at Gale and I kind of give the head motion to get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, he'll listen.
Get out of here, man. Run.
Run!
Run,
So Lizzie,
man.
after a little bit, you hear some muttering, some discussing. You don't really make out much of it. And then coming back through the door is the very old tiefling woman. And she says, hello. Oh. She kind of looks over, sees Gale, who's like looking over at Julian through the door. And you kind of whip around as you see her kind of talking to you to Leslie, and she says, I'm sorry, ma'am. Currently, the mistress is busy. We are accepting adoptions today, but we'll have to have you sort of wait until her meeting is concluded. And she makes her way out, kind of closing the door behind her.
Please, I have things I need to do.
We can reschedule if you need to come back later.
No, I'll wait.
All right then. She sort of smiles. Is this man? Are you two together?
No, I'm just. Well, I know her, and I was curious, so I decided that I'd say hi.
You thought
heard
you'd
nothing,
say
Gale.
I know.
hi?
Don't worry, I'm not a snitch. So if you want, you can do what you want.
Julie, you can see these kids all kind of drag this other kid, Millie, over to the couch, kind of sit him down, start peppering him with questions. They sort of all clamber around him and start berating him with questions. Make another perception check.
Yes. Yes. My ears are open.
As you look, you see that bit in his chin where Gale tripped him. This kid right here.
Yeah.
You see that hasn't healed well at all.
Oh.
You know, it's certainly been like at least a day since that happened. But the wound is kind of just still there, and the band-aid he has seems to have been like peeled off. It's kind of like a discoloration on the skin from the band-aid. And it looks pretty nasty still.
He'll feel somewhat bad, but
Like, he looks fine, but the wound is not healed whatsoever. It was relatively a small little bump.
The man Nurgle.
I kind of
No,
sidestep
getting-
closer back to CC. Give it a
Promises.
ahem.
Yeah.
What's I point at that kid with the chin. What's his name?
His name's Marrow.
Would you like me to look at his chin? I could maybe help with that.
Yeah, if you want to. He's always kind of getting into trouble. Yeah, absolutely. You can have a look. He can be difficult, but she just kind of steps back, letting you sort of just have at it.
I kind of step forward. I'm like, "Hey, Mirror."
What? You see, kind of whips around, looking at you, and says, "Oh, you're that guy from the square."
Yeah. Hey,
What do you want? And he kind of looks, raising his eyes up. What are you doing here?
I'm the doctor, kid. I healed Millie.
Make a perception check for me.
That wasn't a lie.
I'm persuaded. 21's 21.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you did a good job.
Yeah, I was just wondering, my friend that gave you... Julie kind of taps at his own chin. You want me to look at that? I can maybe fix it.
Sure.
Alright, come here.
Yes. Kind of leans his chin forward.
I kind of like grab the band-aid and pull it back a bit. Can I kind of medicine it, like in an arcane way
Yeah, go ahead.
as well? Sorta. Like a medicine arcane look at it with the third. Like I definitely should have, inflict the wounds him, just grab his face. Like a fucked kid.
You will die.
As you sort of so take a look at his chin. The wound looks pretty relatively minor. It's just like a little tiny scrape on his chin.
Oh.
It doesn't look like it's gotten worse or infected at all. It just looks like it's not healing. You're not really sure what to make of that, but just like whatever process should be going on to sort of heal the wounds and the hit points back is just not occurring.
Well, I'll just give it a little boop. I'm not boop it. A little boop.
He kind of pulls back of it as you boop it.
Yeah, just boop. See if that fixes it.
As you, and the soft little blue light kind of emits out of your finger and your wand, you watch as nothing happens.
I squint.
He kind of looks down and goes, "Whoa!" I look down at the glowing light. You know magic?
Yeah. But it didn't work. That isn't right.
He was kind of confused.
Don't worry, I'll fix it. Like it. Don't like it. So is there any way I could, like, turn on some detector for this anti-healing force? Sniff it out.
Do you know protection from good and evil?
Yes, I can know it. I don't think I have it prepared among my spells prepared, but
You can make an Arcana check.
I will do that.
Ooh. So to bring your wand back out, you kind of
Pew.
as you're gonna tap on him, you see that very, very slowly, that previous cure wounds you cast slowly comes into effect, and just the wound entirely closes up. You see CC kind of looks like amazed as you do it, as the rest of the kids kind of all draw around the magic you're sort of casting. A lot of oohs and ahs kind of go off.
Might be safer not to tell Awfulmire I can do that.
Go make another persuasion check for me.
Oh, you love to see it. It's a good day.
So many.
I gotta get me one of those.
Yeah,
You are
get
also
yourself
the
a
bard,
jewelry.
to be fair.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm rolling
So-
with +5s and 4s and
They also
6s.
like they seem delighted at the fact that this is going to be a secret. And they sort of all scoot back towards the couch, seemingly ignoring you as you kind of say that. Cece kind of gives like a small little tug, kind of pulls you aside a bit. She says, "Does that work on anything?"
Kind of grimace a little and nod slowly. Like, it should. It should.
She
But
sort of reaches behind her, sort of putting her hands behind her back. She sort of lifts up the back of her shirt a little bit, and she kind of spins around towards you, trying to make sure none really other could see. Go make a medicine check for me.
ooh, oh no. Oh, this is slowly going down. I don't like it.
Just gonna slowly lower until we get down to 1.
Oh no.
You see that all across her lower back, are about a dozen what look like really strange bite marks. You're not really sure what to make of it. They don't look human, but you're not sure what kind of animal would make sort of like these like very thin but like long sort of just indents, but they have sort of like the grooves of teeth all along them. And she says, "My back's been killing me for days, and I don't know what's going on with it. If you could sort of fix that up, it'd be appreciated."
Can I transfer the protection over to someone? Because it's concentration.
Yeah, I'll say
No.
she's on the way to hold in the first level spell slot.
Yeah.
As you bring the whole spell over, you kind of drag with your wand, sort of press it down on her back. She kind of like, once as low as you kind of poke at her with a stick. But as you do, you see they don't immediately like disappear or anything. But as you kind of poke at them and transfer the spell, you do see sort of the skin suffering from the wound seems to sort of soften up a little bit, as if it's starting to heal as the spell sort of moves over.
Alright. Well, once it seems to have moved over, then I'll cast a wounds on it just to get rid of them. That's just for now.
You think there's no actual like
I
there's
wouldn't
no like
need it.
indent? It's just like on the skin's level.
Oh, okay.
You think it was worse, but now it's basically just all taken care of. You think you need to leave the spell in for like a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But she seems to be healing all on her own.
I'll leave that on them then and stand up straight, rubbing my chin very peculiarly.
Thoughtfully?
Yeah, he's got his very disturbed thought, you know. He's got things going.
As you're standing there, sort of just impatiently waiting, all of a sudden you hear a small click at the door. And you and everyone sort of back up a bit as the door is swung open, and you see coming out is sort of this wretched, like wrinkled old tall woman, sort of with this long black turtleneck and these sort of very thin-fitting sort of khaki pants. She sort of strides out with a very, very sort of dashing young man. He looks about same age as you guys, maybe like a little bit older, maybe like 16, 17. Wearing sort of like a full, like dark brown suit and a sort of dark brown fedora, sort of dawned upon his head. And he sort of got like thick cut, short black hair. And he sort of strides out with this old woman. As they kind of finish up like a little conversation, you see kind of bump into you. And this woman kind of turns to you and says, "Oh, I'll be with you in a moment." And she goes to kind of see this guy as he kind of strides past. Galen, Alessi, make an insight check for me.
Okay. Didn't know how else I had to roll.
Gale, there's a weird look this guy gives you and Elysia. And as the woman kind of strides towards her, she kind of holds her hand out and says, "All right, I think that's all." And he kind of holds up a hand. And he walks back over to the two of you, kind of smiling, and he says, "Hello. My name is Vincent. Vincent Holt." He kind of takes his hat off. kind of gives a short little nod to the two of you.
Nice to meet you, Vincent.
He says, may I ask what you're doing in the orphanage?
I'm accompanying my friend here, and and if they want to tell you their business, it's up to them.
Oh, I see how it is.
I'm
He kind of shoots a look down at Alesia.
I'm just here to adopt a kid, and
Oh, you're adopting. Oh, forgive me. I'm sorry. That's wonderful. We need more parents willing to adopt here in Vallaki.
Alesia shuffles very nervously at the mention of parent.
That's the last word I expect to hear to describe Alesia.
He smiles and he says, we're always out here looking for good members of the community. If you ever get the chance, he sort of smiles, and with a very, very quick flourish of his finger, sort of drawing out of his sleeve, he flicks a business card into his two fingers, and he hands it to you. And you see sort of written on it is this big logo for something called the Fallen Angel.
Oh, isn't that okay? Is this guy seriously buying kids for that? Oh my god, what a bastard!
There's a big assumptions going on.
Yeah, and
you see sort of these two very sexualized silhouettes of women. One sort of like a set of angel wings and a halo. One looks like a little devil horns and a tail with dice sort of strewn about. He says, the place isn't the most reputable thing in the world, but it's where I'm staying. And just come there and ask for me, and we'll have a chat.
Just need to build a new leg first, and I totally will.
He slips you the card, sort of tips his hat, smiles, and he sort of walks past, sort of tips his hat again at this woman, and makes his way out the door.
Well, Lazy's gonna cast a very nervous glance at Gale at all that, and stuff the card in her pocket.
He shrugs. It's up to her in the end.
All right. And she turns back around to face the two of you, and she says, what can I do for you?
I'm here to adopt a kid. Lazy's gonna muster as much of a smile as possible, which isn't very much.
Oh, that's lovely to hear. Joy, please see them in my office. I need a minute. One kind of smiles and kind of shuffles you two towards the door. She's going to gesture, swinging it open. She kind of comes over to two sort of like small little fireside chairs, and kind of moves them to shift them over towards the desk. And the two of you see this other woman kind of walk past you over to this door at the end and swing herself inside. She'll be with you in just a moment. And she kind of smiles very sweet, this like sort of little wrinkled up prune expression, and sort of makes her way out of the room.
Gale, what are you doing in here?
I was just. Is it? She left the room. It's just us.
There's no one else in the room currently.
This place is shifty, so Julian and the others wanted to check this out. And because not all of us can be invisible, I decided I would be the normal person. Normal-ish.
Well,
The one who's actually here.
you didn't have to come in. I'm kind of doing something personal.
Yeah, and I'm closer to everyone in case something happens. And also, why not? I can tell
You
you're
say
doing
that,
something
and
personal.
like no one knows where Yertle is.
No, we just need
But
to grow flowers, man.
Yertle's allowed to do whatever he wants.
Gale,
It's not our business to baby him.
So Dante, what are you doing now?
Well, I guess now I'm on the hunt for a fucking lawnmower blade. I guess just while I'm here, search the backyard.
Make another check for me.
Okay, you know what? No. I tell Miriam that we're looking for a fucking lawnmower blade.
Do you want me to check the entire backyard?
Well, I mean...
Use your wand as like a metal
No?
detector.
Alright, fine, I'll look around.
I mean, will help. Eh?
She says, how about we split up?
Okay.
I search for the lawnmower blade here, you guys look inside the orphanage.
Alright.
He's gonna get jumped. Rule 1.
And you can hear her footsteps kind of just start shuffling throughout the grass.
Okay.
Zarina says, alright, so we're gonna go poke around for... Why would a lawnmower blade be missing?
No idea.
I feel like Dante knows exactly what it would be used for and how to use it.
Yeah, could I... Can I make a check on that? Is that like a thing? As a murderer.
As someone who's done
a murderer
correct,
myself.
I'm
as
something of a
someone-
murderer myself.
I know,
Correct,
like
as
they
someone who's done
definitely
nothing
sharp,
wrong.
man. They could definitely like hold them like pretty well.
Yeah, you know that, like, as far as a lawnmower blade is concerned, it's got like a bit that attaches that'd be good to like hold on to, and you know it'd definitely be really sharp.
Yeah, it's gotta cut grass.
It can cut grass, it can cut a head.
Yeah. Alright, we're
It's
going back
heavy
in.
duty. It's not the most like graceful thing in the world.
No.
We'll get the job done.
Alright, they just walk back inside. They're all just watching the fucking TV, so...
Julian, as Dante comes striding back in, what are you doing?
I don't know, I'm gonna stare back at Nana Joy. And then it's gonna play that like Kill Bill like sound effect where it keeps flicking between the two and like keeps getting closer on Julian's eyes as he realizes they're a fucking demon. And they're like they look like a dude, they've got horns, they're tiefling.
Wait, so is Julian like with? Where is Julian in relation to Gale and Elysia?
I don't know.
2 doors
Not the
away,
same room.
man.
Ah.
I saw
The
you
only
guys go in
reason
the
why-
room.
Yeah. The only reason why is because you know that Gale can detect if they are a demon because he's done it like a million times. So
Well,
I was just
I
wondering.
mean, I think tieflings ping on your thing. Like they technically ping as fiends.
well,
don't
they have to be like actual demon, like count as a demon, not humanoid.
Hmm. Well,
But that's up to Michael to decide, I guess, if he wants to work like that or not.
You might get like a little ping for a tiefling. Like, no, there are tieflings inbound, but it's not going to register as a fiend.
alright.
I mean, but tieflings can be demons. You never know.
True.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around. I'm like, so you and all the
We met
kids.
Bill?
None of your
Play demon, meanie, money, mo. Like,
none
Yeah.
of your wounds heal in here, right? All of you, you all look kind of hurt. No one's healing. And what the heck did that? Did you get like mauled by a rat?
what are you talking about? Kind of moves her hands across her lower back, kind of feeling that it's healing. She says, well, to be entirely honest, I don't remember how it happened.
Looked like he got bit like 1,000 times.
Bit?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bunch of little tiny gnomes.
Julie, make an insight check for me.
Like,
She's the demon.
She eats you.
No!
Oh.
Um,
4.
She seems really, really confused when talking about the bite marks. You think her response of not remembering it or knowing how it happened seems genuine but weird.
Could have happened while they were asleep or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or is it locked away?